Notice all the police are here. I'm across the street from Life Tabernacle Church. They made a false allegation that I somehow trespassed on their property. I can barely walk because of the injuries that I got yesterday. Fortunately, there's video surveillance that shows that none of what they're saying is true. Unfortunately, no one's being charged with filing a false police report because they didn't actually fill one out. They're wasting massive amounts of police time and accusing me of things that never occurred. This church, run by Tony Spell, is doing everything they can to harass me. See how many cops are here? There are like 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 cop cars here. This is across the street where they're looking at some videos. And this has become very ridiculous. I've done nothing wrong. I can barely walk. I was sitting in a chair the entire time I was here. I was here with 2 other people, one of whom is a retired police officer. Nothing at all happened with any of us that in any way was on their property. On top of that, they've invited me to their church well over 100 times, posted it on Facebook, asked me to attend their services, asked me to come and listen to their crazy youth festival. Never once was I ever asked or told to not go onto their property, which I don't go onto. The only time I ever have is when the man stole my sign the other day, and I had to walk up the driveway in order to get the security guy, who wound up later battering me, to get that guy, to find out who he was so the police could go in there, find him, get him out, get my sign, return it to me, have him pay restitution, and not press charges against it. I didn't press charges against him. He then later came back and apologized and told me how crazy this church is. This is ridiculous harassment. I don't know why they aren't being charged. Also, when I left yesterday, I had accidentally left my tripod laying over. I didn't realize it was there. The police asked me to just go home, and I went home. And on video, it can be seen being picked up by people from the church and taken inside. So they stole my property that they have not yet returned. This is getting ridiculous. The police think that I should stop coming out here, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to bow to the intimidation of this cult. It's not going to happen. I'll be here for all their services. As there are no noise violations or anything like that, I can say anything I want to anybody I want anytime I want to. I don't care how they feel about it. I do often stand in the servitude near the driveway and ask people as they're leaving to save a life, wear a mask, which is in every way my right. I don't block the driveway or any ability for them to get in and out. I've actually helped save some of their lives because they forgot to turn on their lights or turned the wrong way down Hooper Road and drove on the wrong side of the road and yelled at them so they would cross over. I'm not doing anything wrong, and these people have somehow gotten 5 different police vehicles and more police than that to come out, and they're accused me of trespassing. This is ridiculous. This is more harassment. This will be more evidence to use in a lawsuit against them, trying to stop a lawful peaceful protest. Me and the other people here have done nothing wrong at any time, and it's time for this to stop. The attack yesterday, the guy was charged with battery, but if you look at the better video, you can tell him he was holding me down and choking me, and should be charged with either attempted murder or attempted manslaughter. The only reason he stopped choking me is because his wife pulled him off of me. I plan to speak to an attorney on Monday, but I'm still also in need of a constitutional attorney. So if anybody knows of one that practices in the Baton Rouge area, please leave that in the comments. I don't know what's wrong with these crazy people. They made libelous comments on the Central City News saying that I said things that I didn't say, accusing me of threatening rape, all kinds of things, and this is ridiculous. And for some reason the police are asking me not to come here when I'm the one not breaking any laws at all, and they are constantly breaking laws. I don't care if my message isn't getting across to them. They're the ones that are not following the governor's orders, and they need to be stopped. I'm raising awareness in my community and will continue to do so until they either follow the rules or inoculations are available to create real herd immunity, and I have no more reason to be here. I will continue to be at their services. I can barely walk, so I have to sit down and hold a sign. I don't know how a person who can't walk could possibly trespass. Yesterday when I was assaulted, I was choked, I was thrown to the ground, multiple of my pieces of property were broken. I need to amend the claim on that because it was more than just my phone was crushed. Also my watch and my sunglasses were broken. This is ridiculous. Most of the sheriffs have been pretty decent. One or two have been overly curt and telling me not to do things that I have never done, and even if I did do them, they're not illegal. I have freedom of speech. There are no noise ordinances in this inside of Central. I can say anything I want to anyone I want to, and I don't have to stop that. Now, I don't do those things, but I have every right to, and this has to stop. I'll be contacting the sheriff. I'll be contacting the mayor. I'll be contacting the governor, and I'll be contacting the attorney general, because what's going on here is harassing me for my legal right to protest. They're protesting the governor's orders and trying to prevent me from protesting them. This is not okay. They're breaking the law and not being charged. They're not being held accountable for the things they do. They're getting special privilege because they're a religion for some reason, run by a white guy. I bet if this was a black church, things would be a lot different and they would have arrested a preacher. But this racist jerk has alleged all kinds of things, like I've made racist statements, that I've cursed at them, which isn't even a real thing. Free political speech is free political speech. I'm tired of being harassed. I have every right to be here, and I will not stop coming until either they change what they're doing, or an inoculation has occurred, or I find more egregious places to protest. This isn't the only place that I have found that aren't wearing masks and have reported to the fire marshal, made recordings of. I have videos of that to post, and I'll be making more of them. But I will still come to all of Life Tabernacle Church's services to be out here protesting and gathering support in the community against this place. So hopefully our mayor and city council will do something about it, because these people are not acting in good faith. They are the epitome of an evil Christian cult, and they think that they can just make up whatever. They try and accuse me of harassment for protesting. Protesting is never harassment. That is a guaranteed constitutional right, just like my freedom of speech. Thank you for watching an Unapologetic Atheist Crusader. Remember to like and subscribe.